And Meredith, how did you feel having the overbearing older sister, you know, watching over you in the show? Because I am the overbearing older sister, so I could definitely, you know, picture being just like that.
I have an older sister who's 8 years older than me, so she's always been more of like a mom figure than a sister, and I can relate so much. That was like one of the easiest things for me to relate to, and yeah, so it's been a lot of work for my sister, I think.
What inspired you guys to accept your roles?
Of course, I said yes, yes, yes. You know.
Money. Filling up my little piggy bank. No. I mean, like I just said, it's you don't get a lot of opportunities to like do something really positive. Like this is strictly positivity in all its glory, in the best way. So, you know, I can sit my whole family down and no one has to cover their ears up when, you know, they're watching something. Nobody has to cover their eyes when they're watching something. So it's something that, you know, the whole family can bond and have a good time with and watching.
Do you think there's going to be a sequel to this
movie? Do you think there's going to be a sequel? Should there be a sequel?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I need you to tell all your friends, all the mommy bloggers, I need everybody to petition for a sequel. And it starts with you. You're going to be the president of the sequel club.
Yeah, change.org.
Yes. You're the president of the sequel club.
Yay.
And you just were saying that the movie is for every age and everything. When we got out of the movie, he kind of mentioned that he picked up a little bit of adult content on it. But it was really subtle. So was that something that you guys kind of have input when you were doing the movie of this is too much, like, or?
No, I don't think we ever really crossed that threshold. But I do like to give kids, you know, their credit. Kids are like, I was such a sneaky kid. I knew more stuff than my parents, you know. They thought that I knew, you know. With these guys, they have freaking computers in their pockets everywhere they go. So, you know, they're a lot smarter than we think they are. You know, and I think that, you know, we should give them that credit. You know, the fact that you saw some. What did you see, young man?
Yeah.
No. That relates to mommy. So no. He was just saying that some of the jokes. Yeah.
Guys, I guess you are pretty young to be familiar, maybe as my generation, with George Lucas's work. But I'm sure that you know about his huge, his big movies, sequels, not the big movies that he has done in the 80s and 70s, right? So when you were picked up to be, the characters of this movie that he was the executive director or something?
Executive producer.
Yeah, executive producer. What was your reaction thinking about this huge person working with this such a big person?
Well, I had worked with George previously on a film called Red Tails.
He was like, whatever.
No. You know, and I had an affinity for George because he had a passion about, you know, a very pertinent subject in African American history, which is the first African American fighter pilots that fought in World War II, the Tuskegee Airmen, and he dedicated his life and time to make that movie. It's called Red Tails. So him and I got to work together. Well, I got to work with him on that, and we had a relationship from that, but it was like no nepotism or anything like that. I found out that he was doing this movie, and I had to audition for it a lot of times. And then I find out last week that he was like, "Oh yeah, you were auditioning for it, but I wrote the part for you the whole time." I was like, "Okay, thanks for telling me." But yeah, I think now, and I was telling her that you don't get to establish something like that with as great as a creative mind with somebody like George Lucas a lot of times. So like it's an honor for both of us to, you know, be even mentioned in the same breath as him.
Yeah. And for me, obviously it wasn't like I'm a little young for like the whole, but my brother is the age, my brother's in his early 30s, and so I was like so excited just to tell him. And it was cool because he got to come to the premiere last week and meet George. And I remember like one of the first times we met, I was like, I haven't even seen all the Star Wars. And you were like, I haven't either. And you were like, uh-oh. But still, how can you not respect George, you know?
Yeah. He's literally one of the most brilliant creative geniuses of our generation. Like, you know, he fought. He's like Sonny to me. Like, he had this idea, you know, and he fought until it got done. Like, nobody wanted to make Star Wars, you know, and then it turned out to be what it is. Big mistake on somebody's part.
So we have time for these last two questions.
If you guys were in another animation, which voice actors would you choose to be in it?
What was the question?
If we were in another animation, which voice actors would you choose to be in it?
I love Big Louie Johnson, who plays Pear in the movie. He plays the big guy that helps Sonny, and he does a lot of that work. That's a lot of what he does, and he sings so low. It's crazy.
Do you mean like celebrities, like people that you would know? Just anybody?
Yeah, just anybody. Because he's seen all the Star Wars, just so you guys know.
He's seen all this?
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
I'm catching up to do that.
I don't know. There's a lot. Who has like really interesting voices?
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. Do you know well, Antonio Banderas. I really.
Oh, nice. Such
Yeah.
a nice accent.
Yeah, I love Antonio Banderas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not relating it.
Not biased at all.
Who would you pick?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. He loves Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Didn't he just, he's the Lego movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the voice of Lego.
Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt is fun.
Yeah.
Who else? You know who'd be cool in the animation? You like basketball? What about Shaq? Shaq would be Shaq from Shaq would be dude. Yeah, he'd be cool, right? Shaq and a fool, all that stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. So me, Chris Pratt, and Shaq, we're gonna do an animation,
Awesome.
and you're gonna write it and direct it.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
What was your question then?
Forgot.
Come on, man, you've been on a roll all day. You gonna leave on a forgotten note? Come on. That sounds good. You're a stud.
You know he's gonna remember as soon as we go.
In the parking lot. Oh.
Well, if you guys would be so kind, just to maybe sign a couple things for
Sure.
the kids, and maybe if you guys want to take some photos, you're more than welcome to.